Hello, look at this.
You know she's got this new habit of wanting to sit in on every podcast. No, not cool.
Lenny who, mate?
Yes.
Transit. On transit.
Tony's walking towards me with some menace. Good morning and welcome to the Tesla Model Y at the charging station. That faint drone you can hear are the batteries underneath getting more juice. There are 4 cars already in the fast charge points. So I've got a 44 kilowatt, which is saying an hour and 30 minutes until I have 80% charge, which is not very good. But as soon as one of these cars goes, I'm straight in. But yesterday we landed from Norway. We flew down from Tromsø. That place is spectacular. But this week I've got a bit of an adventure. I've got filming at Yiannimize, Ferrari Colchester. I'm meeting up with Sam to do the F1 podcast. There is so much going on, and at the end of the week I've got to drop the Tesla back off at Saxon 4x4. So there's a lot happening this week, and on the Saxon 4x4 Instagram and TikTok there are a bunch of questions that I'm going to answer around the world of EVs and what this car is actually like to live with without having a home charge point. So in and amongst the adventures I'll be answering a bunch of questions whilst driving this car. Let's get into it. Yes! Look at this!
That's it. Lenny who, mate?
Yes!
Transit. On transit.
Off he goes.
He's off to do a roof.
Do a roof somewhere.
I think this is going to shock me and possibly you too. It has added 201 miles and has cost me £47. There we go. That is how much it costs to get 80% battery, 200 miles, 47 quid. My Golf GTI, I could probably put 80 pounds of fuel in and get over 450 miles added to the range. Hello!
Go guard dog. Attack.
She is not gonna do anything.
I was still trying to train her to be like, bite. Bite. Savage.
She's going crazy. Look at this setup.
Back.
Oh.
The hat's returned.
Hello, look at this.
You know she's got this new habit of wanting to sit in on every podcast. No, not cool.
We're here to record a season review that most of you may have already heard because of the way that this video is going out. So as you are seeing this video, episode 1, the season review, is probably live on Recast.
Yep.
And we may be in the process of recording another podcast for this year, but we're going full steam ahead. 2023, this is a project that both of us are super passionate about and also committed to pushing it forward and trying to build it out to be as big as possible with as much content-rich information about F1 as possible. So whilst I'm on this little bit of a vlog adventure, tomorrow I am seeing Tony, which is somewhat
so sorry for you.
a disappointment. But I get to put the Tesla in front of it. So
Oh my
I'm
God.
quite excited for that as well.
I hope Tesla aren't paying for that video.
So let's get these mics on, Sam.
No, they're on. Don't shout into them too much.
And get recorded. I'm on the M25 heading around London towards Gravelwood car sales. Within 24 hours I've seen Sam, recorded the F1 podcast, and I'm now heading over to catch up with Tony. I'm a little bit nervous because whilst I'm driving the Tesla, he has got a car that I have fallen in love with the spec of, even though quite recently I said I would never buy a car that I didn't 100% agree with the looks of. He's got a car in stock that recently I saw the interior and I've fallen in love. Have a look at this. However, I've got approximately a 1 hour drive heading over to Tony's, which gives me the perfect opportunity to answer some questions that were on the Saxon 4x4 Instagram and TikTok from when I collected the Model Y, because I've made the jump from a combustion engine to an EV for 3 weeks. But there are a lot of people out there that are considering doing that permanent jump. There were a lot of questions to do with battery health, capacity and the lifespan, so I will dive in to as many facts as possible in the next 60 seconds. On average, based on a number of tests, a Tesla battery can last approximately 1500 battery cycles. meaning there's around 300,000 to 500,000 miles before the battery is completely dead. The two things that has been suggested to really help reduce stress on the battery and extend that lifespan: don't charge it over 80% frequently, and don't use fast chargers frequently. Apparently both of them really add stress to batteries. Within the first 50,000 miles, you will lose approximately 5% of the battery capacity. But then that degradation tails off and slows down, meaning it will take you around 190,000 miles to lose 10%. Two things worth mentioning. Firstly, Tony has turned into an out-and-out supercar dealership. Some of the cars that he has got in the showroom are unbelievable, and we are going to see some of them come out, because I've also said to Tony that if he gets the BMW M240i outside in natural light, I might buy it. But it's right at the back of the showroom, so all of the cars have got to come out. There's a lot of effort involved in this, so sorry Tony, but let's have a look at some of the cars that he has got in, because they are perfect supercars. There she goes.
A bit quieter than the rest.
It is. It's a lot quieter.
Modern car, mate.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
We're rolling.
We're on.
Yeah.
Rolling.
We're rolling.
I want to tell you a couple of things about this car.
About the Roma. Even though I've come to look at that.
Not interested.
Go on then.
250 grand new. Option list.
Every tick box.
All ticked.
Every box ticks.
Carbon everywhere. All the assistant packs.
It is beautiful.
The lot, mate.
Yeah.
It's all there.
That's how I would spec it.
Would ya?
Yeah. Like the wheels, the colour,
Wheels
everything.
are an option.
Yeah. They're proper.
It's even got the little carbon centre caps.
Is it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
There we go. So, black brake calipers are an option.
Oh yes, Ferrari.
Really?
You've never had a Ferrari before, have you?
No. Apple CarPlay?
Oh yes. An option.
I'm trying to think what else. Electric seats, heated seats.
An option. Everything's an option.
Everything's an option. Scooter rear shields. Oh yeah, I'll see if it's open. Is it open? There we go. Oh yeah. Is that Alcantara Daytona stripes?
Oh yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is pretty spectacular.
Upgraded stereo, memory seat.
Upgraded stereo, still terrible?
Yep.
Now, the majority of the cars are back in their places, but the M240i has been left outside for me to have a quick look around and show you why I am totally in love with the spec of it. Firstly, it is one of the highest spec M240i's I've ever seen. It has got some ridiculous options. This colour is so weird. It's like a champagne bronze that goes into a satin grey. It's also on the wheels down here and across the front bumper. It's got this full carbon kit that comes round. You've got the fins down the side and you've got a really aggressive boot lid. And even though I'm still not 100% on the looks of it, it looks so much better in black. And then you have the beautiful interior. Look at that. I don't know why that's flashing at me, but it is. And have a look at this. Now, I don't know whether it's me getting old or whether my tastes are just changing, but I love black on tan, and this combination makes the whole package an idea of owning an M240i that bit more attractive. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether I filmed the condition of my Golf GTI when I swapped my car for the Tesla Model Y, but I'm back at Saxon 4x4 and returning this car after quite a few miles and 3 weeks of living with an EV. But have a look at my Golf GTI. It literally looks better than when I collected it. It is brand spanking, sparkly and new, and I cannot wait to get back into this car, and that is where I'm going to finish the video. The Christmas trees are up at Saxon 4x4. There's a Range Rover Sport out the front, my car, the Tesla that I'm returning, and then have a look at this RS6 as well. There are some super cool cars here. I need to grab my camera, I need to grab my bag, and then head inside. Back in the Golf, making sure that all the mirrors are okay. This is the best it has ever looked, inside and out. And I goddamn miss the cameras that the Tesla has, because I haven't got a reversing camera on this car, and there are people behind me that I do not want to run over on the Saxton forecourt. But the Tesla has been left. 3 weeks with a Tesla is longer than I've ever done with an EV before, and I have to say, there are pros and cons. And the interesting thing that I was talking to the guys inside about is I still had that mental block of wanting to learn the full screen and infotainment system on the Tesla, because I knew that I was giving it back. It's so disruptive that all of the basic features are within one screen. Everything's a touch screen. Means that if you're making the jump and buying a Tesla and investing your own money into that being your mode of transport, you'll commit to learning all of the stuff that's in there. Whereas for me, knowing that I was only having it for 3 weeks meant that I just didn't really bother. And that was one of the complaints I had about it, was how frustrating all of the basic features are inside there. So yeah, I mean, I would probably give the Model Y a 7 out of 10. It's a very good A to B daily driver. The electric side of things is pretty easy, other than quite expensive. And there we go. I feel quite happy to be back in this car, low to the ground, sat on the tarmac with the FI exhaust vibrating all around me. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this week-long vlog of living with a Tesla without a charge point at home. And I'll see you on the next video. Head into the link in the description to check out all of the Saxton 4x4 stock, whether you're interested in EVs or not, because they always have fascinating stuff in. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.